Now is as good a time as any to tell you we got to turn these off too. Oops. Uh-oh. Oh, brother. You know what? That valve just broke off. Darn it. You have to think about that, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Because you're unscrewing it. You want to unscrew it like you unscrew a cap to the peanut butter jar or something like that. You know, so to loosen that to the left, I got my wrench on there like that. I'm actually pulling the wrench to the right, aren't I? But that's loosening that up because the nut is going to be going to the left. You know, so if I tighten it, I'm over here with the nut, with the wrench. And to tighten it, I'm going to go to the right with the nut, which actually means the wrench is going to go to the left. You know what I mean? So you got to think about that. It's the actual nut that you're looking at. That is on there tight. I don't want to start jerking it too much because I might break the pipe back there. You know, look at all that give. And I'm afraid I can just bend that and break it maybe. I'm going to be replacing this line anyways for the sink. You know, I've got some new lines for that. And I'll show you that on a different video. You know, but for the time being, if I loosen that up above, I think I'm just going to do that, you know, and leave that and just let it flop. Or I can leave that and let's try to take the other nut off. Just going to leave that tight up there, I guess, for right now. Because in theory, I'm going to replace this line here. I don't necessarily have to take it off there. I can take this and throw it away all in one go. But this snapped right off. Here's the handle, it snapped right off. This is an old piece. I don't know how long that's been on there, and it might have been leaking before. This might be bonded on there, and this is only a 1/2-inch copper line coming out of the wall. And if I'm not careful, I may break that. So I'm gonna take the nut off in the back. That's a compression fitting nut, and it's just one nut. I have to loosen that up. And this body up here has some notches on it. Now I've got to hold this while I'm loosening that, you know, because if I don't, I could possibly twist the copper pipe behind it and have more of a problem. I could even break the pipe. You know, these old fittings like this, you just got to be careful. What am I going to use to get that off? I'm not quite sure yet what combination. I've got a few different things here I'm going to try. This is a channel lock. I call these channel locks. And adjustable channel lock, so you can adjust it however you want. And a small crescent wrench, I call that. And a pair of pliers. These are adjustable pliers. You can adjust them right like that. And then a bigger set of a crescent wrench. You know, so between all that, hopefully we can get something to work. See, I've got to get my wrench on there in such a fashion. This one I got to pull down on. I'm not sure if I can get it right there or not. I've got to grab onto this, so if I'm pulling down on this, I just want pressure. My channel lock's going up and the pressure with my crescent wrench going down. I don't know if I can get it from here. I think I might have to get up like that, or even up here like this. Not quite sure. Might have to adjust these channel locks one more go and get them closer to my hand. Maybe like that. Jeez. And this sucker's tight. Wow. I'm gonna have to get under here a different way and do this. That's what you gotta do. you got to think about it. You got to make sure you're pulling it. You're loosening it up. You're loosening it up the right way. You got a question. You can take your new one. You can kind of hold it up there. And you can loosen up that nut and see which way you got to turn that. If you're having a question, see? Because to loosen it, I gotta take that and go down with it. Okay? So I just got to get in there a little bit more oomph. Boy, I hope I can get this. I'm not calling a plumber because I can't get this off. There. There it is. Hope you saw that. Okay, there, that's loose now. Okay, now, maybe I can get that out of there. Is my hand getting in the way? So I can just hold it now. Oh, that was on there. Wow. You know, you get yourself a couple crescent wrenches, or spanner wrench if you call it that. And some channel locks and all that. Okay. There. I see a little bit of water dripped out of there, but I got the water off. And if that was still dripping, I could put a little pan under it. I got a pan under it now. I probably should sponge that. I should sponge that water up. You know, see what we do next. Whew. Let's say you wanted to use this line. Well, now I can grab this with my channel locks, can't I? I was having a hard time doing that when it was attached to the copper pipe. Now I can get that off of there. And this one, they had Teflon tape on it. Okay? So the last person knew what they were doing. They did it. It's not just something that I do. It's something that lots of people do. It's a nice little insurance to start doing things like that. Boy, this line's full of garbage too. Big old rock in here. Guess I could clean that out. Here's the pipe. Look at this big rock that was stuck in there. That rock is almost as big as that pipe. I tell you. I wedged that sucker out of there. That's not why I'm replacing this, but you know, I figure I might as well fix that. Guess I can hook now. Now see, if I was only replacing that hot water valve, now I can go ahead and take this here and hook it back up.